Today, I'm speaking directly to the Prime Minister of the UK, the Home Secretary, the Secretary of State for Justice, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, and all of the members of the UK Parliament. I was born and bred in Britain. It's my home, a country I love deeply and where I want to spend the rest of my life. At the same time, Pakistan has always been a central part and a special part of my identity because of my heritage. This is why today's video is about an issue that's both deeply important and upsetting to me. On Christmas Eve, a Pakistani political dissident living in self-imposed exile in the UK since 2022, Barrister Shahzad Akbar, was brutally attacked for the second time since moving to the UK. Both times in front of his family in his own home. Since fleeing the authoritarian regime in Pakistan, Barrister Shahzad has continued to receive threats from them. Even more sadly, members of his family who remained in Pakistan have been abducted and tortured. What's especially disturbing is that just one day after the Christmas Eve attack, another prominent Pakistani dissident reported that his home in the UK had been ransacked. Both of these individuals have also faced extradition requests from Pakistan, not for genuine criminal reasons, but solely because of their public opposition to the militarization of the government and constitution of Pakistan. These acts, if orchestrated by the authoritarian regime, constitute transnational repression, when authoritarian states reach beyond their borders to silence, intimidate, or physically harm critics living abroad. Whilst there's no publicly available evidence yet identifying who ordered these attacks, many journalists and commentators across the world believe they are the follow-through of years of threats and previous attacks on both individuals. There are many publicly documented victims of transnational repression at the hands of the current fascist regime in Pakistan. They target critics who have fled abroad, but usually by targeting their families, passports, bank accounts and properties, all back in Pakistan. But these attacks in the UK, if conducted as acts of transnational repression, are physical attacks on foreign soil, British soil. This matters deeply to the UK. If these are acts of transnational repression by the authoritarian regime in Pakistan and are allowed to take place in the UK without a strong and visible response, it sets a dangerous precedent. It signals to other authoritarian states that British soil is not off limits, that intimidation, violence and coercion can be carried out here without consequence. This is not just a threat to one community, it is a threat to national sovereignty, public safety and the rule of law in the United Kingdom. Since the attack on Barrister Shahzad Akbar, commentators have stated that allowing transnational repression, if that is what it was, in the UK signals Britain's decline as a global power. Any British resident or citizen should find this deeply disturbing. Britain is our home. It must remain a place of safety. As an activist, I and many others now feel compelled to alert police, MPs and ministers that we may be at risk from a foreign regime. That should never be normal in a democracy. And it upsets me deeply to raise these concerns about my country of heritage. Pakistan has so much more to offer than fear and repression. So today, I'm asking the leadership of the UK to act. You have and will be hearing from the Pakistani diaspora in the UK who stand united against transnational repression and fascism. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and all those addressed at the start of this message. Prove that Great Britain will remain great. Make it absolutely clear that no foreign authoritarian regime will be allowed to intimidate, assault or silence people on British soil, because an attack on one person is an attack on us all. In short, do the right thing. Make it clear that British soil is not a playground for transnational repression. It must stop here and now.